Good morning, evening, or afternoon. That's out of order, but whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're learning how to install an electrical outlet. So this could be you're putting a new one in or you're replacing it, either or. And I'd like to preface this by saying that I am a Communications 210 student. I'm currently in college. So there's going to be a little bit at the beginning of the video that you don't need. So if you're just learning how to do this, skip ahead 30 seconds to a minute and you'll be fine. So I know I'm a little fresh-faced be doing this. I'm a little young. I'm only 20, but I grew up working for my dad's construction company, doing electrical. I've done a lot of electrical. Changed a lot of plugs, changed a lot of switches, changed a lot of lights. So I have a fairly extensive background in this. I'm not licensed in it, but I would like to tentatively call myself a professional at it. So hopefully that can get you to trust me. We're going to go over the tools real quick. And again, all the tools that I'm using here, all the things that I'm changing, the cover plug, the outlet itself can be found at any sort of handyman type store, any sort of home improvement type store, Menards, Lowe's, Home Depot, Ace, all that sort of stuff. Do it best. So first tool I got here right here is a flathead screwdriver and a Phillips screwdriver. I recommend the flathead because the flathead is going to let you remove all of the screws that are needed for this project, specifically this cover plate screw right here. Next thing I've got is a razor blade knife. You don't have to have a razor blade knife. You can use anything sharp. This is mainly for stripping down the wires if you need to when you pull them out of the box. Sometimes you don't have to, but if you need to, take the insulation off the wires, and I'll show you what I mean in a little bit. You can use a kitchen knife if you have to. Anything sharp. You can use a part of a scissor if you had to. Next up, I got these wire cutters. You probably won't need them just for changing a plug out, but if you do, they're essential to have to cut the wire. You can find those at home improvement stores. Battery operated screw gun. This is just going to help me go a little faster for the demonstration. Let's get right into it. We're going to take our flat-headed screwdriver and remove this cover plate screw. I'm going to talk a little bit about safety. Number one thing is you want to make sure this outlet is off. You're going to want to go to your breaker panel or your fuse box, and you're going to want to find what breaker is running this light. If you're in a well-organized household, that's going to be labeled in that fuse panel what switch is going to turn off this plug. Like this is my dining room plug, then I'm going to have a switch that's for the dining room that's going to turn it off. If you don't, you could also try plugging in a lamp or a blender or something similar and turn it on, and when it turns off, when you get to a switch, you're going to be able to know that that is the correct switch. I'm not going to get into detail on how that works. There's other videos and articles you can read online, but generally you want to make sure that you're safe. Double check, triple check. You can never be too safe with it. You really don't want to shock yourself. I'm okay doing this right now because I know this is a demo and there's no electricity going to it. But even if it wasn't a demo and this is coming out of the wall, I know this turned off, so I'm okay doing this. And if you're apprehensive the first time that you're doing this, then you're going to want to just do it several times to make sure it's right. Now I'm actually going to take this off because this is just a demo, but I'm just showing you. You want to take this screw out right here. You want to take this screw out and this screw out. And you're going to take those wires off. You're going to take your new plug. You're going to slap it right on there. Watch your orientation, up to down. Make sure that's where you want it. It's really by preference, by code and by states. You have to have it a certain way, but that's getting into depth that no one really cares about. So let's pretend we took those wires off. We put our new plug up there. We went and tightened these screws down as tight as we could get. And you're going to want to make sure that your black wire here, that's your hot wire coming in, is going to your gold-plated screw. Your white wire is your neutral, is going to your silver-plated screw. And your just bare copper here is going to your ground screw. And remember what I was talking about before with your insulation? This is your insulation right here. So if you need to strip it, you need to take that insulation off. So it's metal on metal. That's the most important thing. It's got to be metal on metal for this to work. So we got the new plug all hooked up. We're going to take these two screws right here, and we're going to screw them back into these holes in our box. So excuse me if I'm getting in the shot here a little bit. I apologize. But I'm going to get that top screw lined up, and I'm going to go ahead and tighten it down. Gonna get the bottom screw lined up. Go ahead and tighten it down. Quick housekeeping thing when you're putting these screws in is there's a little bit of play in that plate, and you can make sure that the plug is lined up and down. Then you're gonna take and tighten your cover plate down, put that screw right in the middle. Make sure that's lined up and down. There's a little bit of play around those plugs. Quick housekeeping thing is just to make sure that that screw is vertical or horizontal, horizontal vertical aligned because it looks nice. And you just changed the plug. So congratulations. Go ahead and turn it back on and plug your TV into it or whatever. And remember, you can't be handy if your hands don't know how to do the work. So get out there, do some work, good luck, and have a good day.